What's good, everyone? Jay Boo from Jay Boo's Plants and Bonsai here, and today we'll be taking a look at this Italian stone pine, and we're going to be restyling it as well. And so I'm just going to go ahead and give it a quick soaking, and then we'll go ahead and get straight into that. Alright everyone, so yeah, like I just said, we're going to be taking a look at this Italian stone pine, and we're going to be giving it a restyling because I found something that I didn't see before. And so I'm just going to take you through that whole process. But before we get into that, I would like to talk about how I care for this plant because it's doing pretty well. And so just as some background, I got this plant back in December of last year. So during winter time, it's one of the Christmas trees that they sell. And so at that time, I had made it into a windswept kind of style, but it has since fallen out of shape. But that's basically all I had done to it, kind of just gave it its initial pruning, kind of styled it into that, but I'm not really seeing that anymore. But talking about the care for this plant, these plants require a bunch of water. I water these literally every day, and I also hit the needles with some water as well. I'm not sure if that really does anything, but I feel like it does. But yeah, I don't really fertilize them that much just because they take so much water, but it seems to be growing pretty well and it seems pretty healthy. So that's pretty much all I did to care for it. I gave it direct sunlight all day too, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that once it starts reaching the hundreds, which will be in like a week. So full sunlight all day and water every day, and it should do pretty well. So anyways, enough about the care for this plant. Talking about the styling of this plant, like I said, I had made it initially a windswept, but I'm not really seeing that anymore, and I don't really think the trunk shape is very ideal for a windswept. It's more straight, whereas I feel like a windswept has at least some character. But what I'm seeing now is more of something like a kind of triangular canopy as well as a couple of layers. And so once I move the camera, you guys will probably be able to get a better view of that. And so let's do it. All right, everyone, so taking a look at our plant initially, this is what I would consider the front right here. And I'm not sure if you guys can really tell, but this side has a lot less growth than this side. And so reason being, when I first, initially styled this plant, I had this side facing the sun more. But as this side filled out a little bit more, I started to face this side, and it is starting to, fill in as well, but it's gonna take a lot longer. But I'm not sure if you guys can really see. My initial styling was a windswept going this way, but the branches have grown a lot more since then, and it's kind of just a mess right now. And so all I'm planning on doing is restyling the branches since they are already wired. And I'm going to be giving any long branches a pruning as well, trying to promote some more branch growth, branch development. And so it's a pretty simple procedure, so that's basically all we're going to do. And let's go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this branch off, but what I'm doing initially is just taking this wire off, because if there's a possibility to save the wire, then why not? Rather than just cutting it and it going to waste, let's go ahead and save it. And so once I'm done taking the wire off, I'll get back and we'll go ahead and give this thing a good old chop. And so we are just about done with taking this wire off. And so, boom, we got the wire. Now we're gonna go ahead and just cut this branch off. And the reason I'm cutting this branch off is because there is this branch right above it. And I'm gonna plan on just bending this one down and taking its place. So, see ya! Alright, and so we are now going to begin to style some of these branches. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this branch over just like this. And what I'm planning on doing is having kind of sort of a layer right here as well as on this branch right here. And so this is the branch that I said would take the place of the other branches. Wait, okay, I can't speak, don't worry about that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take that other branch's place with this branch and hopefully have a layer right here as well. I'm probably gonna end up cutting this branch right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's actually another little branch coming off right here, and this branch is growing upwards, and so by cutting it right here, we'll get it to split, and hopefully these branches will grow more outwards rather than upwards. But yeah, and so we're gonna just wire this branch just like so. And so moving up the plant, we're gonna go ahead and just go straight to the top right here. We're gonna wire our main little branch right here. And so now we kind of have our top of our plant here. Let me move the camera back just a little bit. All right, and so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to wire this big branch right here. We're gonna go ahead and just bring it around town, just like so. And so now we have our kind of triangular canopy starting to form, I hope you guys can see. And so lastly, I'm going to kind of bring this plant around town as well. And so hopefully you guys can kind of see what I'm going for right here. I'm planning on having a kind of triangular canopy just like this. Obviously it's gonna need a lot of time to fill out. And something really quick that I'd like to suggest is you should probably wear like gloves or something when working with these plants, because they do release a lot of sap. But it's a little too late for that for me now. My fingers are already sticky, but just a quick recommendation. But yeah, so hopefully we have our triangular canopy fill out. And so ideally we would also have some layers filling out right here and right here. And I think that will give it a little bit more character and make it look a little nicer. And so really quick, I'm also going to wire some of these top branches just to make it look a little bit better. And so I'm gonna try and get my wire in between all of the new growth, trying not to kill any of the new branches. But if I do, then oh well, that's kind of just part of the process. It's whatever. I'll get over it. So I just finished wiring this branch, so let's go ahead and now bend it just like so. And so boom. And then this is the other branch I just wired. So hopefully that turns out pretty well. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And so I'm also going to wire this branch pretty much the same, just in the opposite direction. And so I'm pretty much done wiring the branches that I wanted to wire. This was the last one I had just wired. And so what I'm gonna do next is pretty much go ahead and just give this thing a little pruning, just so I can get some more branch development. And that will pretty much be the last thing. Alright everyone, so here is a look at our finished product. I hope you can kind of see what I'm going for. Okay, it looks like this fell out of place. I suck at wiring. Alright, anyways, hopefully you can kind of see what I'm going for. I'll fix that later. We're hopefully gonna have a nice triangular canopy. It's gonna take a lot of time to fill out. And then hopefully we'll just have a layer right here, and then maybe some separation here in the middle to get a view of the trunk a little bit, and then another layer right here. So I'm hoping this grows pretty well. I guess time will only tell, but yeah. All right, everyone, so that is going to conclude our video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you for all of the recent support. We are at like 119 subscribers now, so thank you guys. You guys are awesome. But yeah, that's gonna conclude our video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought about the plant, about the pruning, about the wiring, about everything. Let me know. Let me know how your day was going, anything, guys. But thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.